Hi everyone, thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for being here today. So today I want to talk about boundaries and why it's important for us to have boundaries and what to do about it, and just a little bit about it today. I know when I was younger, this is actually one of the things that I struggled with because I was always, I guess you would call me a people pleaser at the time. I just wanted everyone to be happy, but I realized it wasn't making me happy. And what am I doing to make myself happy? What about me? Who's going to care about my feelings and how I feel about things? So that's when one of the things I start working on is boundaries, and I am continuing to work on, but I've gotten a lot better. One of the things that the Bible has taught me many things, but one of the main things that I've learned from the Bible is I want to go over one of the verses. Is Proverbs 4:23. If you have the book of James, it's page 815. Okay, so let's see if we can. I already have it like bookmarked, so this is real time. So Proverbs 4:23. So chapter 4, verses 23, and it's basically tells you to guard your heart. And it says, in the book of James, it says, keep my heart with all diligence, for out of it are issues of life. And if you look at other Bibles, and depending on what Bible you have, I have the King James Version. Depending on what Bible you have, it just basically tells you to guard your heart and protect your heart, and to, not to let people cross your boundaries and let everyone in so quickly, because sometimes people try to get to know you to use information about you against you. So it's important that we take our time and get to know a person, and just see their intentions, before. For me, for example, I'm a type person, I love everybody and I want to trust everybody, but the reality is there is good and bad people on this earth. That's the reality of it, the same way that there's God and angels, there's also there's Satan and his demons. So there's good and bad on this earth, and we just have to remember to guard our heart and be a little bit slow when we open up to people, and just to make sure that they don't cross our boundaries, and just find out what their intentions are, mainly. Another thing I want to think about is, before I used to always think like, well, I feel kind of bad, like if I don't do this for this person. Like when someone crosses my boundaries in the past, I would felt bad that I didn't let them cross it, I guess. It sounds so strange, but I would feel bad like, maybe I was too harsh on this person, and maybe I shouldn't have said that. But in reality, I have to look out for myself. I'm important too, and we have to be more logical instead of going based off emotions and trusting our heart, because our heart is very wicked and it's full of wicked. And if we look at Jeremiah 17:9 on the book of James, it's page 965. Okay, so 965. So let me see. Jeremiah 17. So this is Jeremiah 17. Chapter 17, verses 9. It says, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can trust it? So basically that says, who can trust your emotions? Like when you feel bad that you let someone, you're not letting them cross your boundaries, or you feel bad easily, or you feel like, when you're being a people pleaser, you can't trust those emotions. You have to be logical, because at the end of the day, if it's stressing you out, if they're walking all over you, if they're taking advantage of you, who's going to take care of you? And you matter too, So that's one of the things that I had to work on, in which I've gotten a lot better now. And then if we also look at Jeremiah 17, verses 5, which is on the same page 965, you have the book of James. It says, "A cursed man is that, cursed to be the man that trusts in men, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart depart from the Lord." So basically, if you put all your trust in humans as human beings and other humans, and then you're drifting away from God, that's a person that's cursed, because we're supposed to put all into God and to be logical. You know, you don't want to go based off our emotions, because up here, like I said earlier, the heart is wicked and full of deadly and desperately wicked. So we have to just kind of just guard our heart and protect ourselves and have boundaries. It's important. Like, and then when someone crosses those boundaries, it's important to say, "Hey, you did this. I'm not okay with it. And if it happens again, that's not something I would tolerate. If it happens again, and then this is the consequence for it." Maybe not in those exact words, but you can't let people continue to cross your boundaries, and you have to be logical. It's my main thing. Another chapter I want to go over is John 15, 18 verses 19. And this is for if you get a lot of pushback, if you get a lot of people saying, they don't like the fact that you're standing up for yourself, that you're defending yourself. One of the verses that always helped me too is if it's verse 18, and it says, "If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you." So if the world hated Jesus, of course they're going to hate me, or they're going to hate you. That's just part of life. The thing about it is, if someone's being like that towards you, you have to keep your distance from them. You have to keep your distance from them. If it's someone that you have to be around, just make the conversation short and get them out of your space as soon as possible. That's what I usually do. If I have someone that's negative, or just someone that crosses my boundaries, I keep my distance from them. I don't hate them. I don't have any hate towards them. I love them. I wish them the best. But I can't have you affect my growth and where I am in life, and just mess up with my happiness and my peace. So you have to protect your energy, yourself, and your spirit, and just keep your distance. You don't have to confront them and say, that's not necessary. That doesn't solve anything, because they're just going to fight back, and there probably are someone that is argumentative. I don't know. So they say if they are someone that's argumentative, because I don't like to argue. So if I was to confront someone and they're going to be argumentative, it's their battle. They're going to win. So why would I stress myself out for something I know I'm going to lose anyways? So I rather just keep my distance. So that's one of the verses I wanted to look at. So yeah, I like reading that all the time. Like if I feel like someone is mean to me or rude to me, or they hate me, or I feel like I'm hated for whatever reason, I always go back to this verse. I'm always like, if they hated Jesus and he was amazing, he was the Son of God, then who am I? Of course they're going to hate me. I'm just a human. I'm not anyone special, I just want to get the word out, because God has changed so much in my life, and I appreciate him, and I love him, and I just want to get his word out to everyone. I usually read the Bible myself, maybe like 3 times a week. And my goal is to do it every day, but with work and everything, I know that's not an excuse, but that's why I like to go over it with you guys, because I'm studying it anyways, and I like to go over it and read it a few times anyway. So I figured I might as well make a video and share it with the world for people who don't have time to do it right now. But always remember, if they hated you, they hated Jesus first. So of course they're going to hate you. Of course people are going to envy. It's human nature. Just try your best not to take it personally. I've grown as a person. It took me about 5 years to get to this point, but it's just self-development. And what has helped me is reading help books, YouTube, and you can do counseling if you can afford it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Just have someone to talk to. And then one of the things I struggled with, and I've gotten a lot better, is definitely boundaries. Well, thank you so much for joining the show. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.